Hi, welcome to Blindowl Outdoors. We hope you enjoy our channel, and if possible, could you please join our Patreon page? We really need your help. It's been a long, hard road. Thank you. Hi, welcome to our channel. My name's Dan. I'm here in the Philippines on the Island of Bohol. I've got my lovely wife, Marfie, with me.
Hi, everyone.
And we're heading southish on Highway 850, heading towards Talibon. And we're in a train of hundreds and hundreds of cars going into town. It's Fiesta today in Talibon, and we're kind of avoiding Talibon like you wouldn't believe. We just drove up to Trinidad, 15 kilometers to the north, just to get a loaf of bread, and I got some, they're not acid tab pills, they're, what are they, acid reflux pills or something like that. But very interesting. One of our friends showed me some, about almost a month ago now, and I usually wind up taking at least 4 to 6 Tums every evening and night from bad indigestion and stuff, no matter what I eat. And I started taking these pills, and from the very first day I took the pills, I have not had a Tum since then. So whatever's in them is pretty incredible, and they're huh?
For me, it's
What are we talking about now?
for
That little box I had here. It's an acid reflux pill that David showed me, and I haven't taken a Tum since then. Kind of a purple looking box. But the neat thing about them is it's 350 pesos for 30 tablets for a box. That's only $8. How can you go wrong with that? A bottle of Tums here costs about, one bottle of Tums costs about $18 here. You get it shipped in from Lazada. I think they come from, either come from England or Canada. I can't remember which one, but Tums is the only antacid that ever worked for me. I took Rolaids a long time ago, and Rolaids made my indigestion even worse. But whatever's in Tums always seemed to agree to me. Got a funny story. One of Marfie's friends got a Balikbayan box one time from, I don't know from who, and in the box was a bottle of Tums, fruit flavored Tums, and they were passing them around to everybody. They thought they were candy because they do have a good flavor, but the
color is very nice.
Yeah, they did all mixed colors. They're all fruit flavors.
Yeah, it
but
smells good.
They were in heaven. They thought they were eating candy.
Yeah, but
And it's totally harmless. There's no medicine in it. It's some sort of a, I don't know what it is. Some sort of chalk.
yeah,
Flavored chalk, basically. But they really work good for me. But I'm not needing them now, so I'll just keep them in a box. I have a bottle of Tums that my dad sent me. A great big giant bottle of them that I had in a box. I didn't know I had it. I would have used them a long time ago. And they're like, I don't know, 8 or 9 years old. And expired, a year after that. Chalk doesn't expire. This is a sealed container, so I can use anytime I want. They're little. The flavors. I had another box of another package of them. And the flavors a little dull on them, but they still work just fine. And I got another bottle of Tums that my dad gave me way back when, and they were white Tums, kind of a peppermint or wintergreen flavor. And I didn't like them at all when I first got them. And it took about half a bottle to get used to them, but then they were just fine. I used to like wintergreen lifesavers. That was one of my favorite ones. Wintergreen lifesavers, tangerine lifesavers, or cherry lifesavers are my favorite. Any of those three. And my dad used to send me those Altoid tins full of mints and stuff, and he sent me one of wintergreen Altoids. I took one of those, and I about choked on that. That was a wicked flavor in that. That wasn't even pleasant at all. I think he sent me a couple boxes of peppermint ones too, and they were just nasty as can be. I like them for the tin. I was using the tins for little fire kits. I told him later, I said, don't waste your money on them unless if you like them yourself. Just send me the tins. I don't need the mints. That was a long time ago. Now we're on a back road here. We just went by the market. This takes us back down to Highway 850. Avoids the traffic lights in Talibon, which again, an absolute madhouse today, I'm sure. Look how the vegetation's over the side of the road. Nice car behind us. I don't know if it'll pass us eventually. It's a dark purple metal flake Toyota Vios. One of the nicest colors I've ever seen. Dark purple. I've also seen a weird army green Toyota too that's really nice. It's a metal flake. Yeah, I'm sure that guy looks like he's in a hurry. He'll pass us here in a minute. I can't believe they get over $1 million pesos for a Toyota Vios now. Just a compact car. It's much bigger than our car. Probably has a 4-cylinder engine in it, but big money. They're nice. They drive nice. I tell you what I was impressed with, just change the subject, is Marthy's sister and brother-in-law visited a while back around Christmas, and she rented a MG, an actual Morris Garage sedan, made in China. MG must have sold their trademark or something. And I drove that several times, and I was very impressed with that. I have no idea how much they cost new. And I thought maybe they'd be real tough to get parts for, but there's actually a dealership down in the capital city, Tagbilaran. So you can probably get parts for them and stuff, no problem. But it was really a nice car. Really nice car. It was automatic. I don't like automatics, but even if I bought a brand new Toyota or MG or whatever, I'd get a manual transmission, pretty sure. I don't know if how many speeds there are in Toyotas. The Hyundai, now their manual transmissions they still sell today, they're 6-speed transmissions, which would be really nice, except for there's not enough road to get up into 6th gear here. It's too narrow and there's too much traffic. But if you're on the interstates back home or something, it'd probably be just a dream. But then again, it depends how they're geared. If six gears actually in overdrive or something, that'd make a huge difference. If it's not, it's just a waste of time. Then you're shifting all over the place because the gears are tighter together. The only car I've ever seen in my lifetime that had a true overdrive was a 19. Here comes that car right here. That beautiful color. The only car I've ever seen that had a true overdrive in it was a 1983 Renault Alliance. It was the car of the year, road and track. Had rack and pinion steering. Only thing I know about is my cousin had one, and then I was working the railroad back then, and I got a real nice tax return. I went and bought a brand new 84 Renault Alliance 5-speed, and it was an absolute piece of crap. It didn't have the overdrive transmission like the other one did. It had nothing in it. You're driving down the highway and you turn on the air conditioner, it just lunged you forward because it had no power whatsoever. But that's probably the car that kept me alive in my 20s, late 20s, mid to late 20s, because I could only go about 65 or 70 miles an hour in it, and I put 60,000, 70,000 miles a year in a car driving for the railroad. But if I would have had the cars I had the next decade, which were GT Mustangs from the 80s, I'd be dead today, I guarantee you, because I would have been driving 100 miles an hour in the back roads in Wisconsin and going back and forth to work, and I would have got killed for sure. Hit a deer, who knows what, flipped the car. I guarantee you. Just looked at the counter on the video, 1111. 1111, angel numbers. You guys ever see all the same numbers on clocks and stuff, like 111, 111, or 1010, 333? They're supposed to have a real deep meaning. Something's calling you. Why do you glance at the clock just at those times? Something very strange. Happens to me all the time. I get 333, 111, 1111, and 1010. Not every day, but every week for sure. And once in a while, 1212. I haven't figured out what it means yet. I looked it up. They call them angel numbers. Each one has a special meaning. Somebody just dropped their scarf or something. See that fall down? Something blue. Alright, I'll let you guys go, I guess. I watched a neat video last night, just one of those reels about water. And they were saying you can put, I can't remember what were they using to put the water in. I'm not sure. They're using water, and they had pitchers, and then they were freezing the water, and the pitchers were coming up in the frozen water. Different variances of the pitchers. I thought it was really cool. I'll look into it a little bit more for you. Take care, everybody. Hashtag 22 day no more. Go out and have some fun. Watch your six. Keep your head on a swivel. Know what's going on all around you guys. There's going to be some wild stuff happening back home, so be extra careful. Watch out around colleges and the big cities and stuff. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Take care.